Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if the quality of this video isn't great. I'm filming on my phone because I cannot find my actual camera. It's somewhere in my dad's office. Anyways, so this was a vacation that my dad gave to me as a graduation present from college, university, whatever you call it where you're from. And we went to Morro De São Paulo in Brazil. And pretty much it's a little island. I'll try to insert a map of it right here. So it's a little island. So you fly over to Salvador and then you take a 2-hour boat ride on open ocean to get to this island. It is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. I've been island hopping in Europe before, and this comes a pretty close first or second. So I will intermittently be popping on here and explaining what the videos are and some tips and tricks. I'm really excited because we are actually going back for Thanksgiving to this island this year, and we are bringing along one of my best friends, so it should be really fun. In the meantime, enjoy the video and let's go get started. Alright, so most of what you're gonna see in this video is actually the boat trip, so the around the island boat trip. I cannot remember how much we paid, but it was about 100 reals per person to get on this boat. So first you would go to a different island. So you would get the boat in Morro De São Paulo. Usually it was on the third beach. If you don't know how the beaches work, there's I think 5 or 6 beaches on the island, and it goes beach 1, beach 2, beach 3, 4, 5, 6. We stayed actually beach 3, and that's where our hotel was, and it was absolutely beautiful. But we had to walk a little bit further down beach 3 because it's a pretty big beach, and that is where you are gonna get all the boats. So once we got there, we actually had scheduled with a couple, and then I think there was another family in our boat, and we took this boat. I think it was about 12 passengers if I remember correctly. And the first stop we did was snorkeling. So we took the boat about 30 minutes out into these natural swimming pools, they call them. It's just reefs. So number one tip for that is we brought our own snorkels. Part of that had to do with the fact that it's COVID, and another part of it was that we were going to be snorkeling a lot and we just didn't want to keep having to pay for rental of stuff like that. So we just went on Amazon, bought our own pair. So that's what the first clips are of us there. Alright, so the next stop after we went snorkeling was lunch. So we went to an island, a different island, and we got on the boat right up to the beach, and then we packed some of our stuff, some of it was left on the boat, had lunch with these friends that we made that were on our boat. They also stayed at the same hotel as we did. And then after lunch, we actually went on a hike and we went across the island into another fisherman's village. Once we got there, we had a little bit of ice cream and we were almost late to catch our boat because some of the people, the family that was on our boat, decided to take the boat all the way around the island instead of hiking like we did. But the hike was awesome. We hiked through what was called a palm tree forest. So it's literally just a ton of palm trees. It is private land and the owners actually allow people to come in through his farm of palm trees and his forest of palm trees and just walk around, and it was really cool. It was really hot. I got super sunburned, so in the next few clips you will see how sunburned I got. And I put on sunscreen at least 4 times that day, so beware. Bring a nice UV protective shirt, one of those diving ones. Strongly recommend that. I'm filming on my phone because we left the cameras on the boat, but look at, okay, so this is the restaurant we're at, and this, first of all, this is the view of the restaurant, and then this is the kitchen. And then after we eat, look at all of these lobsters. After we eat, we're gonna go through this palm tree jungle over to the other side of the island. And I'm gonna rinse off because I'm covered in salt water, so hold on. After lunch, we then went through the river, and I will try to insert right here a map of the river. So we went up the river and through the mangrove forest, which you will see in a little bit, but then after we stopped at this little shack, and it's literally a floating restaurant. It's so cute. And we ate some oysters. It was the first time I tried oysters, and I wasn't a big fan. It was all right. It was weird. It was a weird concept. I didn't like it. Okay guys, so we're on I think our final stop or second to last stop. Sorry, I'm on a boat, so it's like kind of rocky, but we are on the river and we're eating live oysters. My dad took a video of that, so you can see that on my dad's video. I don't want to get the GoPro out because that's too much work, so I'm just filming on my phone, so if the quality sucks, I'm sorry. But we're essentially on this river that divides the 2 islands that we've been on. There's the bar. We made friends. And then it's all bars down the coast, down that way. The river keeps going down that way, but I think we're gonna go up that way and through there. So, yeah, but it's really pretty. It's so pretty. Look at this. It's insane. This place is completely insane. So I'm gonna go. After our stop at the floating restaurant, we then went back into the river, and it got narrower and narrower, and we went through this mangrove forest, and we stopped in a little town called Carau, and I will explain more about it in a second, as you will see. But we also needed to fill for gas for the boat. If you wanted to go on the island, it was 5 reals. So as of right now, we are in 2021. This was 2020 when we went, and that is about a conversion of $1 for you to go on the island. I strongly recommend you get a tour guide and you go up to this beautiful church. we got really lucky that when we went to the church, you could hear some of the women that were in the choir singing. Another cool thing about the church is that, as you're gonna see, it is all real gold, which is insane to me. The church also has a monastery, and it had this huge, I will try to find a picture, but it had this huge cabinet. And how that cabinet worked was that some of the doors worked and some of the doors of the cabinet didn't work. When I'm talking huge, I mean big. It's a big cabinet. And the reason for that was if somebody ever tried to steal from the church, they would put all their prized possessions inside this cabinet, and it would be really hard for the thieves to try to find all the gold that they used to have, slash still have, but definitely not on display anymore. Okay, so we're in the village of Kairu, I think, and we're right now at the oldest, that house right there is the oldest house, and it was built in the 1700s. This was legally the second city founded in Brazil, and it's part of the only archipelago in Brazil.